Yo, this is Soul Drum 86 bringing you another video. Today I'm going to be doing a recap of what I thought of WrestleMania Night 2. I thought Night 2 was a lot better than Night 1. Night 1 was good. Night 1 was really good. But I feel like I have less negatives for Night 2. And I'll get through those because I enjoyed the whole night, man. I have like two negatives, one disappointment. And let's start with that. So the Logan Paul match. The triple threat match was good. It was really good. Did not like the outcome. I mean, I get it. I think maybe they had him win because Prime was promoted on the ring and throughout the night. Whatever. I'm not a fan of Logan Paul. I'm not. Is he good? Yeah. He's good. He's talented. He can do it. You know, he can definitely hold his own in the ring. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Boxing, just be a boxer. Just do that. I don't like him in WWE. I can't get around to doing it. I've tried. I can't get used to it. I don't like it. I want that title off of him so bad. I want him out of the WWE, if I'm being honest. So I did not like the outcome, but the match itself was good. All right. That was my short little rant. The second negative of the night was, and this is not a big negative, the LA Knight match with AJ Styles. I feel like the build up to that match was awesome. The build up to me was better than the actual match itself. It started out okay. It wasn't a terrible match. It just it was one of those matches that just kind of fell flat at the end of the day. It just kind of fell flat, but it wasn't a terrible match by any means. It just was like, out of everything else that was on the show, I enjoyed that match the least. So there's that. I like the outcome to that match. LA Knight winning, yes. But at the same time, even if AJ Styles would have won, I wouldn't have been upset with that either because AJ Styles is dope. So it is what it is. But LA Knight, he deserved to win that one. And that outcome was good. The outcome was better than the match, and the build up itself was better than the match. My disappointment was no Stone Cold. The main event was full of a lot of surprises, stuff that people already speculated. So when John Cena came out, it was very exciting, kind of got you off your seat moment, but we all expected it to a degree. We expected it to a degree, especially when the Rock and Roman winning the night before, turning it into the Bloodlines rules. And, we all knew that Cody was going to get help somewhere. It was even cool to see Seth Rollins come out as the Shield Seth Rollins. However, for a split second, and I know I'm not the only one. For a split second, when they started playing that Shield music, for some weird reason, I thought, did they get Moxley to come back? Is he going to be with them? Because to me, the Shield is the three of them. You can't do the Shield with one of them. It just, I don't know. It's got to be all three. So I know that Moxley is still signed to AEW. He'll never be on WWE TV unless he's no longer under contract with AEW and signs back. But for just a split second, it was just kind of like a mix between like, oh, that'd be kind of cool, and it just kind of messed with me for a split second, but that was it. It would have been cool if he would have been there too, just saying. But and then Undertaker showing up, choke slamming the Rock. It just felt like wrestling again. It felt like wrestling again. You know what I mean? Like just that element of surprise. Because Undertaker was definitely a surprise. I didn't think Undertaker was going to show up, but I really wanted Stone Cold. Like I did. I wanted Stone Cold. I wanted that glass to hit, and just the crowd would have erupted. I mean, they were already erupting with Undertaker and John Cena, and even when the Shield music hit, they were erupt. But man, Stone Cold would have. I mean, he continues to get the same pops that he got back in the Attitude Era. So that would have been really cool to see Stone Cold show up. But overall, man, I am impressed with the night. I was very happy with that Bayley match. The Bayley match was probably my second favorite match of the night. Not only because of the outcome, but just the match itself was amazing. Bayley is awesome. She's always been. They put on a great match. The Street Profits, the Hurt Business match was cool. Yeah, man, all around, it felt good, man. You can sense and you can feel that Triple H is in full control now. That's what you get the sense of. Is like, yeah, this is what it looks like when Triple H is running things, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Um, I enjoyed it a lot, man. I really did. Uh, Kudos, man. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I want to speak too soon, but I feel like wrestling could be coming back. You know what I mean? Like especially for me personally. Like I'm always favor the old school. On this channel, you will always see old school matches more than you see anything like new school that I do. I'm always gonna put up new generation stuff, 80s stuff, attitude era stuff. That's just what I grew up on. You know what I mean? So that holds a special place in my heart. There are things that I still prefer from back in the day than what they do now. But I feel like they kept talking about it all through WrestleMania weekend, the Paul Levesque era, and you can just get that, you can feel it, man, you can sense it, and it definitely seems like it is about to change, man. Things are about to change for the better. The first match, I can't let this video go without talking about the Seth Rollins match. Was absolutely amazing. One of the best matches of the night by far. I would almost say outside of the surprises that we got in the main event, I think I liked it better than the main event. And it was a shorter match than what the main event was, but it was so good, man. It started the night off right. It started the night off right. From as soon as the bell, as soon as the opening bell, man, getting hit with that Claymore and kicking out, and it just fantastic. Fantastic match, man, all around. I dug it. And then Damian Priest coming in to cash in. I knew that was going to happen. I was at least also hoping that was going to happen too, because at first it started to feel like they lingered enough to make you think like, dang, maybe he's not going to cash in here either. But I was hoping and thinking that he was going to cash in, and he did. And oh, and I can't forget CM Punk on commentary was awesome. He was hilarious. He was cracking me up, man. CM Punk was dope on commentary. So yeah, man, everything just about WrestleMania felt really good. Last year's WrestleMania was good, but I want to say this, WrestleMania 40, it definitely was the best that we've had in a while. It is the best WrestleMania that we've had in a while, man. From top to bottom. I think out of all the matches that we had, there was only like 3 that I didn't really care too much for. 3 matches. That's pretty good, man, because it was 12 matches total, 6 matches per night, and 3 of them I really didn't care too much for. That's pretty good, man. I'm just saying. And the one match that I didn't care too much for wasn't even bad, and that's the LA Knight AJ Styles match. The other match that I just couldn't care less was the LWO, Dominic Mysterio thing. Like, I didn't care about that match at all. I just didn't care. Like, I really didn't. Like, I watched it and everything, but like, that was the one time where I got on my phone throughout WrestleMania. It was like, okay, wake me when this match is over. Because I just didn't care. And what was the third match that I was kind of iffy on? I can't even think right now, man. But because both nights were great, and night two kind of had a better flow to it as well. Night 2 just kind of, it went a little bit quicker. It felt good, man. These pay-per-views to me, this WrestleMania to me, it felt, I don't know if it felt like WrestleMania of old. Not comparing it necessarily to any of the old school WrestleManias, but it had that feeling. I was excited as a wrestling fan again. As a wrestling fan, I was excited. And it also, because Triple H was in charge, it gave me that sense of when NXT back in the day, the black and gold NXT, the undisputed era NXT, those takeover shows, that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of how good those takeover shows in the past were. And yeah, man, I think we could be wrestling could be turning around, man, for the better. It's I enjoy WrestleMania, man. So hopefully it keeps getting better from here because I really enjoyed WrestleMania. And it's not that WWE has been putting on bad shows. Um, it's not that they've been putting on bad shows, but this show, there was something different, man. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, man. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure a lot of you felt the same way. WrestleMania was just, it was good. It was good. Both main events were great. I loved The Rock. He looked great night one, and I talked about that in my last video. And just night two was amazing. I just wish Stone Cold. That was my only disappointment with Stone Cold not showing up. It really felt like that would have been perfect, you know, because John Cena and Rock had a face off at WrestleMania, what, 29, I think it was, and we already know how many times Stone Cold and Rock have faced each other. So it would have been perfect to see them two in the ring. Like Undertaker showing up was great, but he wasn't even dressed up as the Undertaker. He was more so dressed up as like the American Badass Undertaker. Um, but it would have been cool to see Rock take the stunner because we haven't seen The Rock take the stunner in a while. And you know how The Rock used to sell the stunner. He was the best at doing it. Even Stone Cold said he loved the way The Rock sold that move because he did it differently. He did a little bit different every time. So it would have been cool to see The Rock take the stunner last night and just to see how he would flip around like crazy after taking that move. I'm just saying that would have been great. I almost wonder was Stone Cold supposed to be there, but he just couldn't. I wonder was that in the plans? That's just speculation. But overall, man, I really enjoyed WrestleMania. And hopefully, man, this is they kept talking about it last night, man. This is the beginning of Paul Levesque's era. So WWE could be born again, man. I'm just saying this could be a new, like, look, for all my old school heads, for the old school heads that subscribe to my channel. I'm still an old school head to the day. Like I will always and forever be. But I've always enjoyed wrestling, even at the times where I'm like about it. Even at the times where I'm just kind of like I feel like I'm over it. I'm still at heart a wrestling fan. You know what I mean? Like I've loved wrestling since I was a kid, and it has not that love for the wrestling has never changed. Even when there were times where I would stop watching it altogether. I remember I took years off of wrestling. I was like, because it just wasn't reaching me. It wasn't giving any kind of emotion, and that emotion came back last night, provoking those feelings. That's what wrestling is about. It's about provoking those emotions. It's like watching a movie. It's just like watching any other kind of entertainment. You got storylines, you got characters. Who are you going to get behind? Who are you going to boo? Who are you going to, you know what I mean? And so when you look at it that way, and that's how I've always looked at wrestling, I felt like that again last night. Matches where I wanted somebody to win, I felt it. It's like I want that. I had that feeling again. Like, oh, I hope he or she wins. And I was invested. It was awesome. And it's been a while since it's been like that for me with wrestling, because for so long it's just been, hey, let's just put on these 5-star matches and not worry about anything else. But last night I was invested in everything that I saw. So it's like that was big for me because it made me think about the times where, you know, I'm watching wrestling with my big brother and we're watching when Owen Hart was feuding against Bret Hart. That was big, man. I don't think a lot of people remember how good that feud was. I don't think people remember how good that feud was. It was emotional because it was like, man, it was like Owen, like Bret, because Bret was not even trying to. That was his little brother. He was trying to kind of, you know, get Owen to just like, look, man, like I love you, bro. Like this ain't. And Owen was like, nah. Like Owen was the jealous brother, and it that whole story, man. And in WrestleMania 10, when he beat Bret Hart, the opening match, and then Bret Hart won later the championship, and they're holding him up, and Owen Hart comes out, and he's like, "What about me?" You know, you see him mouth, "What about me?" It was just, it's those moments where it's like, damn, like you feel that, and that's what wrestling needs to do. It's not about these big spots in matches. It's not about the athleticism. It's about what can these stories and matches provoke? What stories can they tell? And getting invested in it. And I felt like I was invested last night. But that's all I got to say, man. I'm not about to keep this video going. This is crazy how Jay ended up winning in this simulation. I did not play this match. This was just the CPU playing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I really enjoyed WrestleMania 40. Let me know what you feel in the comment section. I really dug it. And I just hope that this is a good sign of like good things to come, because I'm starting to get like 100% back into it now. So here we go, man. It's your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.